Well, as soon as I get myself together, I'm gonna go to church. Because I was saying it because I heard a lot of, to be honest with you, it sounded like a pretty good excuse for not going to church. And I've heard people repeat that more than one time. Pastor, let me do this if you can. Sit halfway up. And I've heard people say, you heard those say, when I get myself together, when I get me some money, when I get me some clothes, when I make my mind up. Well, I realized that day never really came. The day never really came when I actually got myself together. The day never really came when I made my mind up. The day came when I had some clothes.
Come on now.
I got some clothes. And when I got the clothes, I said, well, I need to still make my mind up. That day never come. And in the meantime, I continue to be messed up.
Yes, yes.
I continue to be confused.
Yes.
I continue to be perverted in the way I thought, and my outlook on life was perverted and was wrong. But when you in a mess like a pig pen, there's certain things you just absolutely cannot see. It takes somebody with a clear mind to look and say, you know what?
Come on.
You messed up.
Come on now.
I remember when me and Pastor, and I'm going to get to the scripture. I remember when me and Pastor, and I hope you don't mind me telling this, I remember when me and Pastor at the same time got up and we both decided to walk away from the Lord. We both decided. We decided that because we go to church and people make you feel funny at church. You think people looking at you and stuff, and some of them be looking at you, and then it be so long since you've been to church and you going in and start some other program and you don't know where to jump in or get in and be in. So like the safest thing to do is just not go for a while. So the safest time we started going, we'll go and have a good reading on Easter. I ain't been in a long time. I'm supposed to belong to this church, but I go Easter.
Easter.
And you look around and look like the church is going on without you, and things happen that you were interested in and you wanted. I was messed up.
Yes.
My thinking was messed up.
Come on.
I wasn't the person that God wanted me to be. I wasn't the person that I wanted to be. It was like I was living my life with somebody else in the driver's seat. Telling me where to go, and telling me what to do, and telling me how to feel, and telling me how to walk. And I didn't have no say-so in the matter. I didn't have an opinion about my life, and this something was in control and was not giving me permission to do anything. I felt out of control. I felt lost. I felt twisted. And I would go to church, and when I fell in love with the church, I felt this is the string that God put in me that finally got me rooted in Him. I loved the choir. I would go to church just to hear the choir. It was something about, and I didn't just listen to the beat of the song. It was the words that drew me. Hallelujah. Jesus is on the main line.
Yes.
Tell Him what you want. I said, that song give me permission. But I had no permission in my life. But that song was giving people permission. You mean God is giving me? Tell Him what you want. He's on the main line. That means He's where I can get to Him. He ain't hiding. But my life was so twisted. My life was so jacked up. My life was so out of control. You can look in my eyes and just see lost. There were some people I look in their eyes and I see lost and confused. And there were some times that I went to the church and I said, I want to join this church. I'm tired of my life. I'm tired of the way I'm living. I'm tired of where I'm going. Leaving, they wouldn't see me no more. And I feel guilty. Then I won't go to the church. That's why I understand. See, there's a process in salvation. You know, there are things attached to salvation that are an acquired taste. And one of them is a relationship with God. It's an acquired taste.
Amen. That's true.
Let's say pastor say, you know what, Sister Pastor Jasmine, I bought you a two-way ticket to Jamaica, all expenses paid. All I need you to do is spend time with each other. Although we'd be happy and excited and made away and stuff, but deep down inside we'd be so uncomfortable because I don't know Jasmine. So I was like, I don't know her. And she'll go, see, my mama, the pastor done bought me, but he want me to go with the assistant pastor. It's good and all, but that's kind of strange. That's kind of weird. How we gonna, you know? He got us a room together, beautiful room, and there's plenty to do. But I'm just thinking on them downtime. When we resting from coming to the club down there, or we resting from in the casino, and then we got to go and then that time. I'm like, dude, what do I do?
Come on now.
Do I want Pastor to see me? And I'm always, do I want her to see me in this? You know? And then she learned some hidden things about me, and I learned some hidden things about her. I learned that she can't sleep unless it's quiet, and she learned that I snore very loud. I snore so loud like I'm having a business meeting. And she like, oh, you know, and it's uncomfortable. And that's what it is when you get ready to have a relationship with God. It is uncomfortable. And I tell people, they say, when they first receive God in their life, they say, I got God in my life. I received God, but I got a Bible. I said, baby, go to John. Now that you accepted Him, get to know who you have accepted. And it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's going to be a little strange. You're going to go home and open your Bible. Okay. And I said, finish it. Don't stop. I mean, read a certain amount, put a bookmark there, but don't you remember, write notes, go back and finish it. Get to know. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be weird. Some of that stuff you ain't going to understand. Some of the words you're going to, but go. Get the basic understanding and knowledge as to who it is. See, a lot of people accept Jesus in their life. They don't read their Bible. They don't come to Bible study. Don't you know they're supposed to come to Bible study? If you just received God in your life, you got to come to Bible study, because Bible study helps get you a little bit further there. That's where you can ask questions. You ain't even got to ask questions according to what lesson we teach you. I was reading this one, so I just need this. It's all to help you grow and help you get to know the Christ that you've accepted. A lot of people don't do that work. They don't lay that foundation. They accept God in their life and they leave it right there, and they have nothing. Because they twisted. I was twisted. I was messed up. My mind was perverted. My thoughts was twisted.
Come on.
Pastor the same way. Only thing that shocked me, I said, why we didn't turn against each other? We didn't turn against each other. We were partners in crime. I mean, literal crime. Yeah. And I'm like, why we ain't turning against each other? We never turned against each other. I don't know why. Look like we should have.
Birds of a feather flock together.
I hid his dirt and he hid my dirt.
Come on now.
I hid his dirt and he hid my dirt because we were twisted.
Yes.
We were not the people that God designed us to be. And I asked God, how can you love how can you love us sinners? Even when you died, we hated you. Because God said, I remember them in a time they weren't like that. You gotta understand, I knew you before you was in your mom's womb. I knew you. Nothing made me understand that than when we spent time with Mr. Lou.
Come on now.
And Eli.
Yes.
We got them at a tender time and developed such a wonderful, passionate, parental relationship. And that love ain't gonna go away. They're gonna grow up, they're gonna become men. They might become bad men. They might end up on death row. But I knew there was a time when it wasn't like that. I knew it was a time he did not act like that. I remember it was a time when he freed extremely love. He may be stingy with his love right now, but there was a time when I knew him.
Yes.
And he knew me.
Come on.
And I'm holding on, and because of that, I can love him in his sin. See, that's how God can love us in our sin. Love us when we hate him.
Yes.
Love us when we're twisted, mixed up, mad, crazy,
Yes.
and just plain wrong.
Come on now.
Because that was a time that we were tender before him, that he knew us, and we played with him, and he just knew us. That's why he can love everybody, and that's why he challenges us to love our enemies, because the enemies weren't always enemies. There was a time when they became enemies, maybe still, but they weren't always enemies. I'm going to read a story to you all. And I pray that you all hear me. Hear what God is getting ready to do. Hear what he's done. Hear. This is in the book of Luke, chapter 8. I'm going to start at the 26th verse. And they, meaning Jesus and his disciples, arrived at the country of the Gadarenes, which is over against Galilee. They're giving you a location. And when he went forth to land, see, they were on a boat, and they crossed over to Gadarenes, which is over against Galilee. And when they went forth to land, there met him out of the city a certain man which had devils long time, and wore no clothes, neither abode in any house, but he lived in the tombs. This man had completely lost total control of his mind, of his senses. Because you know today, if you've seen somebody walking down the street with absolutely no clothes on and not trying to hide, what's the first thing you're going to think? That person,
crazy,
somebody else is in the driver's seat.
That's it. Yes.
Something is happening to this man. What's so hard about being like that? Things are happening to you and you have no control over. And it's like you sitting watching TV, but you're the star of the show. And this stuff is happening to you, and you can't do anything.
Can't do nothing about it. Come on now.
Jesus was met by a man.
Yes.
And it said he was possessed by devils for an extremely long time.
Yes.
See, when the devil come in your house, he ain't coming for a vacation.
Come on now.
He planning on staying there forever, because the first thing he believed, that your house belonged to him. He said, the devil said, I'm going back to my house.
Yes.
And to make sure I stay, I'm bringing some buddies with me.
That's it.
Because that's my house. The devil look at your body and your tummy and say, it's mine. And I'm going back to it.
Yes.
And I'm going to keep at that person. Don't you know this is a lifelong battle we got with the enemy? He keep trying to find cracks in our life so he can ease into and get in that, what he think is his house. And when he went forth to land and met him out of the city a certain man which had devils a long time and wore no clothes, and then he didn't live in a house. His house was the tomb. He lived in a graveyard.
Yes.
Do you know that back in the day, back in the 16th, 17th centuries, people used to go and have picnics in the graveyard? They would go and sit down and have picnics with their loved ones. Some with their loved one that they buried there. They would go there with their loved one and they would have a family picnic. So it didn't seem so much like the person was away, which I thought was. But even then you could see that it wasn't normal. Because what's at a tomb? What's at a gravesite? What to do? Huh? I don't stay there too long. I remember on Ricky's birthday. What I do, Ricky? I took Ricky to the graveyard for his birthday.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't mean to do it on his birthday. It just happened to be on his birthday because I was trying to teach Ricky the value of life and how people take life for granted. And we went, and I took him among and I said, Ricky, look, there were demons there. They were fleeing from us. They were getting away from us. You could see them. They were getting out the way. And we would go and read some of the tombs of the people. Ricky said, oh yeah, Mama. Can't wait to tell people you took me to the grave for my birthday. I said, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. But I wanted him to understand the futility of life and why it's so important to not take life for granted. Because let me tell you, eternity is long. Life is short. And that's why it's important. Jesus, that's one thing I love about Jesus. He took his life and lived every moment. That's the first person who had no reason, Lord, should have died. But he did for us. And when let me go back and read 27 now, be patient with me. And when he went forth to the land, there met him out of the city a certain man which had devils a long time, and wore no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs. And when he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice, y'all hear me? He cried, he screamed. You ever had something so terrifying? Ah! He screamed with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not. Because see, you've got to understand, the minute that demonized person came in the very vicinity of Jesus, Jesus was rebuking him even then.
Come on now. Mm-hmm. I hate you.
29, for he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For oftentimes it had caught him, and he was kept bound with chains and in fetters. Do you understand what fetters are? That's those heavy, thick, you ain't going nowhere chains. They bound him in fetters. And listen here, and he brake the bands and was driven of the devil into the wilderness. That wasn't his strength, that was hell's strength. That was the devil's strength.
That's right.
Because you got to understand, he was not in the driver's seat anymore. I wasn't in the driver's seat in my life, and I was doing things, I was living my life reckless. I was doing reckless things. I was 16 years old. Y'all know that bridge back there? That bridge. I had a job at that bakery. That bakery just right down the street. I worked. I was earning money to go to college. But before then, I was like 16, 17, walking on that bridge, dark, no light, no fear. I was a fool. And many people have got robbed and killed under that same bridge that stupid me would walk in the dark. Some lady cared about me at that job and started taking me home. And she said, you ain't got to give me but $2. Baby, I just can't stand to see you walk. I'm all right. I'm okay. She think a little fool. And she would give me, but your mind is so twisted. And that's why women can get in a crowd of men and still think, I'm okay, I'm all right. Girl, you better come on. No, it's all right, they my friends. Because we don't think. When he broke those chains, he ran to the only home he knew in the wilderness. And it made me think, this man with that twisted, but this man wasn't born like this. This man was not born like this. Some things took place in his life and caused him to just drive off into this craziness. Some things in his life. 30. And Jesus asked him, say, what's your name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the deep. The minute that demonized man seen Jesus, he knew he was in trouble. He knew. Don't send me out into the deep. Don't. Demons don't like water. They like dry places. Demons don't like water.
Come on now.
Where did he ran when he broke those chains? He ran in the what? In the desert with no water. Ain't hung no living thing. It's hot. It's dirty. It's dry. Nothing grows in dry, hard dirt.
Come on. That's right.
No life. Where it's dry and crusty and just hard. He went to the only place he knew. Demons don't like water, y'all. Huh? I don't know how many of y'all have seen an exorcism. I mean a real exorcism. I ain't talking about the stuff you see on TV. I'm not even talking about the stuff you see on YouTube. Anybody ever seen a real live exorcism? I have. I participated in one. It's scary. YouTube ain't got nothing on it. What they be showing you, these pastors on TV, they ain't got nothing. Yeah, you can see a real live person compassed about with the enemy. A demonized, possessed person. Once you see it, I guarantee you, sister, you will never forget it. I remember them like they happened yesterday. They are scary. And if you ain't got God in you, if you ain't got God in your life, I wouldn't attempt messing with them. No. 911, send them up in gravy. That's how I do it. You better know what you're doing.
You better.
If you ever see one, I promise you, you will soon forget it. The things these demonic spirits force these people to do. You thought you seen something. You were watching The Exorcist. You heard about, no, baby. Get in a real one. Get in a real one. I was preaching at the other church. And I was a fresh preacher. I had much experience on me. Got up there and seen a demon in the audience looking at me. Do you know I wanted to get down and say, yo, Sergeant, I didn't call for this. It was in a moment. And then I'm like, what am I going to do? I just came to preach. I just came to give a word. I don't know if Pastor don't remember when he was at the old church. This woman was pregnant. This young girl was pregnant. Do y'all remember? She was pregnant. And a demon had took over her. And she challenged me in the church. She challenged me. I said, I'm going to pray for you. I said, come up here. I remember they didn't know what was going on. Thank God for Jesus. He knew what was going on. And I was following his lead because I knew if I don't follow your lead, I don't know what to do. So God said, be courageous. Be bold. You're in the presence of your adversary. But, and she didn't want me to pray for her, baby. I said, get up here. And I remember looking at me like, Mama, what you doing? What you doing? I said, get up here before I knock you out. Get your butt up here. Mama, this lady. Mama finna hit this lady. Get up here. She came up here. I said, I'm finna pray for your baby. You gonna let me pray for your baby? And you gonna shut up. I took my hand and she stood there and I prayed. But I was, well, what to say? What to say? What to say? She looked at me and and I'm like, oh God, God, Jesus, oh God. You know, I'm like, Lord Jesus. And she prayed. I said, in the name of Jesus. And I said, and then I said some more to her. She started calming down. She started to calm. I grabbed her, I hugged her. I said, I'm not having that out of you. I'm not having that out of you. For a woman come to my house with a demon in her, coming in my, as you remember, it was 1686. That woman came to my house. She shocked me. This woman in the church, I used to fellowshipping with her. I opened that door. She came up on my step and I seen that demon right with her. And she got to the third step and stopped. She didn't come in no further. I said, hey, honey, can I help you? She said, I just want to talk to you. I just want to this and that. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. But you know, I got to go, though. I got to go. We'll talk some other time. I was just trying to find you. That's all. And she left. I was like, what was that? And I saw it. And it wanted to hurt me. Come to find out, the woman wanted to hurt me. She was setting up the other one trying to hurt me. But what I did, Evangelist, I was sneaking. I was sneaking. I knew where to go. God told me where to go. He said, when them women come at you, hide behind your husband. I hid behind Pastor. I was right behind. I hid behind him. I stayed up. And he just looked. And see, they love Pastor. Pastor's a people person. But when they come at me, I hide behind him. And he reminded me, this is my wife. And they back out. I knew when to hide. I would talk my talk. Who you think? You ain't finna. What you what? But if you ever seen one.
Oh, I seen one.
It's unexplainable.
You don't want to see that.
It ain't nothing like TV. It ain't nothing like The Exorcist.
No, Lord.
Nothing. Exorcist ain't got nothing on it.
It's a whole different.
All that stuff you see on YouTube ain't got nothing on it. Those demons are real.
Amen.
And they come at you with a vengeance. They come at you and they be wanting to hurt you so bad. And this man, he was twisted. He was jacked up. He was messed up. And Jesus said, what is thy name? He had so many in him. He had these legion. Too many. You don't want me to give all the name. I'll be naming all day. And they said, don't send me into the water. There's one thing I know. Demons don't like water. Demons don't like oil. Throw oil on the demons. See what happens. He'll let out a cry, a scream that is unrecognizable. You know them dolphins, how them dolphins be making that loud pitch noise? It's worse than that. And there, I'm at 32, y'all. And there was a herd of many swine feeding on the mountainside. And they besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them.
Yes.
See, even the devil, even hell got to ask for permission.
Come on now. Come on.
They were begging.